Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJO Network presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. The 1999 season is on the air. It is Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you, 1999. We are at Cinergy Field for a game in the National League between the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Cincinnati Reds. The Diamondbacks come into this game a record of 15-12, playing pretty decent baseball. The Reds still trying to find their way. They're 9-15 so far coming into the night. So Reds trying to get a win. Diamondbacks trying to stay close to the San Francisco Giants early in the National League West. The Reds right now are near the bottom of the Central, but still lots of baseball to play as we get here at Cinergy Field. Brian B., Ben Witz, David Vega, first to join us here at Cinergy Field. The Reds historically won this game 6-4. They had 7 hits and an error. The Diamondbacks had 9 hits and an error. So we will see how tonight goes. Brian B., of course, is our dominant Reds fan, and I'm sure he will go ahead and give me anything he'd like to do, okay, for his Reds as we move forward. So we will see what happens tonight in a big game here at Cinergy Field. Yes, of course, Brian. Yes, it's always known as it. They changed it to Cinergy Field. There were only a couple of years left before they would move into Great American Ballpark. And at this time, by the way, Cinergy Field is still closed off. They have not broken down they have not busted up the seats in the outfield yet for Great American Ballpark. So it's still pretty much closed, I think, at this time. But we're all set and ready for some baseball, and let's get right started here. Starting pitcher for the Cincinnati Reds tonight is Jason Bere. 5 wins, no losses, a 6.07 ERA. Rough year at the office for Jason Bere. We are at Cinergy Field. This is a hitter's park. 213 home runs, adds 1 to walks. Definitely a hitter's park in 99. So if we're set and ready to go, should be a big game between the Snakes and the Reds. Should be fun. Let's go to the top of the first. Leading off for the Diamondbacks will be the second baseman, Tony Womack. 277 average, 4 homers, 41 RBIs. We're going to use red, white, and white dice. Reds are the home team. Brian B., I'm sure, is ready to shout here against the D-backs. Reds got to get a win. Let's see what happens. Bere, 4-3. That's a range play at the park. Cinergy Field, 1-2. It's a single plus to right. That ball is hit to Jeffrey Hammonds. He was pretty good. His range is a 4, and he will get there. 1 out. Jeffrey Hammonds will take away a single from Womack, and that will be a fly out to right, 1 down. That will bring up the right fielder, Dave DeLucci. 394 average, a homer, 15 RBIs, only played in 63 games for the Diamondbacks. Pretty much almost a hodgepodge lineup for the D-backs in this game. Pronounced Bere. Thank you there, Dav09. Like raspberry beret. Bere, 5-3 against the lefty. Strikeout, 15 is high. DeLucci, 3-5, and it's a grounder to second base. That'll be handled by Pokey Reese. And he'll toss it over for out number 2. And now the left fielder, the man himself, Luis Gonzalez. Some people think he belongs in the Hall of Fame. 336 average, 26 homers, 111 RBIs. You can make an argument for it. Bere will pitch. Bere, 1-4, strikeout, no. Gonzalez, 4-6, and it's a hard liner right to second base. Pokey Reese is going to snag it, and that is going to be a 1-2-3 inning for the Diamondbacks. We'll go to the bottom of the first. Yeah, I actually agree with Dav09. I always preferred the Diamondback logo from the 90s. Clay baseball fan joins us here at Cinergy Field. Starting pitcher for the Arizona Diamondbacks is Omar Daal. 16 wins, 9 losses, a 3.65 ERA in 99. That's a good season. He gets the call tonight for the Snakes. Leading off for the Reds, center fielder Mike Cameron. 256 average, 21 homers, 66 RBIs. Omar Baby Daal. Daal will pitch. Daal, 6-1, range play. Cameron, 3-4, fly ball right field that's going to DeLucci. DeLucci's range is a 3. And it won't get there, and that is going to be a single for Cameron. So the Reds will lead off with a single. And now the right fielder, Jeffrey Hammonds, 279 average, 17 homers, 41 RBIs. Nothing wrong with that year. Cameron had 38 steals, and he gets the steal sign. I think I'm going to send him. 15 minus 1 is 14. Kelly Stinnett, a 0 arm. A 1-14. Cameron is safe. And he is. Cameron will steal second base. Stolen base for Cameron. And he'll hold at second now. That takes away the double play chance. Strategy roll. Cameron will stay at second. Daal. 5-6. Strikeout. Got him. And that will be the first strikeout for Daal. He had 148 of them in 99. And that's out number 1. Next batter is the first baseman, Sean Casey. Great season. 332 average, 25 bombs, 99 RBIs in 99. Cameron on at second, and he will stay there. Casey, 6'5". Daal, 6'5", range play. Casey, 3-3. It's a fly ball to left field this time. It's going to Luis Gonzalez. His range is a 5. And he'll get there. That's going to be out number 2. Cameron, base runner 5. Hit the left, -2 is a 3. And Gonzalez a 0. 1-3. Cameron will take third. And he will. Deep enough for Cameron to move over to third base, but there are now 2 down on a fly ball to left. Next up for the Reds, left fielder Greg Vaughn. 245 average, 45 bombs, 118 RBIs. Greg Vaughn, this guy can hit baseballs to the next state. Strategy roll for Cameron. He'll stay put. Daal, a 3-6. That's at the park. Cinergy field, 4-3, and it's popped up right behind the plate. That's a 4. I'm not going to call for an error. That's going to be an easy play for Kelly Stinnett in foul territory. That's going to be a pop out. The inning is going to end. No runs ahead and a steal. No score after 1. On an odd number, I would have checked for an error. But an even number, I don't. We go to the top of the second. And leading off for the Diamondbacks will be the third baseman, Matt Williams. Heck of a player. 303 average, 35 bombs, 142 RBIs in 99. There were a lot of runs scored in the 99 season. Bere, 5'6", strikeout, got him. Bere is going to get his first strikeout. He only had 47 of them in 99. But he only had 14 starts. He was undefeated, though, even with that 6. With a 6.07 ERA and 5-0, that just tells me he got a lot of run support. Here's the first baseman, Travis Lee. 237 average, 9 homers, 50 RBI. Bere, a 3-3. That's a walk plus 10, and that will be ball 4. So he will walk Lee. First walk given up by Bere. He had 47 of them that year as well. Here's the center fielder, Steve Finley, 264 average, 34 homers, 103 RBIs in 99. Bere was gone by June. He must have been on a different team. Was he hurt or was he traded? I forget. I really don't know much about that. I still haven't watched any films on the 99 season. I really should. Strategy roll. Lee stays put. Finley actually gets the bunt sign, but he's going to swing. Bere, 2-4, strikeout 4, got him. He'll go ahead and get Finley. Second strikeout for Bere. And 2 down for Jason Raspberry Bere. And here's the catcher, Kelly Stinnett. 232 average, 14 homers, 38 RBIs. Rob, this up is terrible Mets-Reds game, just awful. I don't even know who's winning. Strategy roll. and nothing on the 4. Lee will actually no, I'm sorry. Lee gets the steal sign. 17 plus 1 is 18. And Brian Johnson, a 0 arm, they're going to send him 1 to 18. He is safe. And he is. Travis Lee will get a stolen base. Sometimes I got to be a little bit more paying attention. So Lee does go ahead and steal second. And now they'll roll a strat again. And this time he'll stay put. Bere will pitch. Bere, 2-2, strikeout 15. That just missed. Stinnett, 3-4, and it's a fly ball to center field. And Mike Cameron's going to get to it, and he's going to make the catch and retire the side. Nothing across except a walk and a steal. We go to the bottom of the second. Leading off for the Reds, the shortstop, Barry Larkin, Hall of Famer. No doubt in my mind. 293 average, 12 homers, 75 RBIs. And some people, and I will say Barry Larkin is one of the greatest of all time at shortstop. I have no problem stating. I don't think anybody here have a problem if I say Barry Larkin was one of the greatest of all time at short. And some people say he was the best. Daal, 6'3", range play at the park. Cinergy field, 5'5". That's a home run to the opposite field. Larkin, a righty, that's going to the right field. Right fielder is DeLucci. But first we see if he got a bomb on that. So against the lefty, Larkin has an 8. That's a 7, and it won't matter if it actually won't matter if DeLucci can get it because that ball just cleared the wall. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep, and that ball is gone. Home run, Barry Larkin. Larkin will hit a bomb, and it's 1-0 Reds. And that wasn't Daal's fault. That was just taken by the stadium. Must have been blowing out. That'll bring up the third baseman, Aaron Boone. 280 average, 14 homers, 72 RBIs. A lot of Yankee fans wishes he was fired. Daal will go ahead and pitch. Daal, 4-6 at the blank. Boone, 1-1, and that's fly to center field. That'll be an easy play for Finley, and he'll get to it for out number 1. Here comes the catcher, Brian Johnson, 231 average, 5 homers, 18 RBI. SG2 joins us here at Cinergy Field. Pitch from Daal, 2-5, possible error. Johnson, 6'5", single into right field. DeLucci has an error rating of 0. He'll collect that ball easily, and Johnson will get the first. Another hit for the Reds. And now we'll see the second baseman, Pokey Reese. Great baseball name. 285 average, 10 homers, 52 RBIs, and a pretty darn good fielder. Infield is that double play. Strategy roll for Johnson. He stays put. Daal, 4-5, wild pitch. No, it's a blank. Reese, 4-2, and it's flied to center field. And that's going to be grabbed by Finley. And that is out number 2. Here's the pitcher, Jason Bere. This guy could hit. 318 average and an RBI. He only had 22 at bats. But he could hit the ball. He could be a designated hitter for the Reds in the World Series. Strategy roll, and Johnson stays put. Daal, 3-3, pitcher result. Righty, 1 to 12 is an automatic out. The 20 makes it a blank. Bere, 1-5, and he will get that base hit. That's going to be a single to center. Johnson, base runner 2 with 2 outs. Single to center, -2. No chance for Johnson. He will hold at second base, but Bere will get a hit. Single for Bere, and Jason Bere says, DH? I don't need no stinking DH. The batter now is Cameron. Cameron got a single his first time up. 2 outs, bottom of the second. Reds up 1-0. Strategy, and that's a 20. Daal turns around, fires to get Johnson. No, Johnson will get back. Now Daal will pitch. 2-5, possible error. Cameron, 4-6. It's a ground ball to short. That ball is hit to Andy Fox. His error rating is a 10. That's a 1. That's an error, and everybody's safe. Jason Fox is going to make an error, and everyone will move up a base. E6. That is the first error on the Diamondbacks. They did have an error in the game historically. So Andy Fox makes an error. And now here's Hammonds with the bases loaded. Hammonds is 0 for 1. Big chance here for the Reds to make a big play or make a big hit. Daal will go ahead and he will pitch. Strategy, and nothing happening. Daal, 1-1. That's a blank. He's not tired. Hammonds, 2-6. And against the lefty, it's a base hit past third. Johnson will score. Bere, he will hold. And the runners will go station to station. It's 2-0 Reds. Stadium cheers. Yay! RBI single by Hammonds. Bases are still loaded now for Sean Casey. Casey is 0 for 1. Interesting story about Andy Fox. I'll tell you a little bit about him in the next inning here. 2 outs, 2-0 Reds. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 14. Daal trying to get out of this inning with minimal damage. Daal, 4-4. That's a walk plus 10. That does not do it. That's going to be a walk and a run will score. Daal will walk in a run. And it is now 3-0 Reds. Stadium cheers. Yay! That is the first walk given up by Daal. He only had 76 of them in 99. And now the batter is Greg Vaughn. Vaughn is 0 for 1. 2 men down now, 3-0 Reds. Strategy roll. And nothing happening on the 17. Daal will go ahead and he will pitch. Daal, 5-1. Home run chance against the righty, a 1-10. The 11 is too high. Vaughn, 5-3. And he's going to ground it to third. That'll get picked up by Williams. He's going to throw to second to get Casey, and the inning is going to end there. But the Reds do send 9 to the plate. 3 runs on 4 hits, 1 error, and a solo bomb by Barry Larkin. 3-0 after 2. When the Florida Marlins won the World Series in 1997, as we all know, the Wayne Huizenga did what was called 1 hour Marlinizing, which was pretty much getting rid of everybody, which is a real shame because that 97 Marlins team, if they had kept it together, could have easily maybe been playoff caliber for a number of years to come. One of the players that the Marlins got was Andy Fox. And every time, and no matter what, every time Fox Sports presented a baseball game, Andy Fox was supposed to be in the field. True story. That was a rule for some reason. Andy Fox, anytime Fox Sports did a ball game, Andy Fox was always on the field no matter what team he was on, and that included the Marlins in 98 because he was a Marlin that year. We go to the top of the third. Reds lead 3-0 here. And leading off for Arizona will be the shortstop, Andy Fox. 255 average, 6 homers, 33 RBIs in 99. I'm going to disagree with you on that, Davo9. I'll tell you why in a little bit. Bere, 6-2, strikeout, no. Fox, 5-3, base hit, past second. The Diamondbacks get their first hit of the ball game. Single for Fox, and that'll bring up the pitcher, Omar Daal. He's capable, 232 average and 4 RBIs. Infield a double play. Daal a good bunter, and he is going to bunt. So they're going to lay down the bunt here. So corners are going to be in. Bere, 5-4. That's a range play. That will matter. Daal will bunt it down. That is a 4. That's going to be bunted to first base. That's going to go to Casey. Casey's range is a 3. And he won't get it. That's going to be an automatic single. A great bunt by Omar Daal, and Sean Casey cannot get it. And then he does not make the range, and that is going to be a single. Actually, his range is a 3. My bad. Actually, I think he does get it. My bad. My bad. Let me check something. Actually, I think he does get it. Yes, he does. My bad. He does get it. His range is a 3, but he is in on a bunt, and you add 2 to the range. His range is a 5. That is a good range. He is going to make the play. I'm gonna roll that. That's a 4. That's still gonna be a good bunt though. So it will move Fox over to second, but Daal will be out at first, and that's out number 1. I totally forgot. On a range play, you add 2 to a run the players that are in on a bunt attempt. That is in the rules. So Fox moves to second. So instead, that is a sacrifice hit to first. Now the batter is Womack. There is one out. Peter Tork joins us here at Cinergy Field. Strategy, nothing on the 12. Bere will pitch. Bere, 4. And that is a ground ball to third. That'll get picked up by Boone. Throw goes to first for the out. And Fox stays at second, 2 down. Here's DeLucci. DeLucci is 0 for 1. 2 outs now, top of the third, 3-0 Reds. Strategy Fox, he stays put. Bere, 2-2, strikeout. No, that'll miss. DeLucci, 5-6, and it's a fly ball to center field. And Cameron will get to it, makes the catch, and retires aside. No runs and a hit. And we go to the bottom of the third with the Reds having a 3-0 lead here at Cinergy Field. The reason why I'm going to say that Wayne Huizenga was not a bad owner, Dav09, is because we won a championship with him. Wayne Huizenga is responsible, for the Dolphins, for the Marlins, and for the Panthers before the Panthers were taken over by a couple of ownership. Wayne Huizenga made some mistakes, yes. And getting rid of the Marlins and destroying the Marlins team in 98 and 99 did hurt. But he actually was a heck of a guy down here. He was actually well-loved down here, He made his errors, yes, but he tried. The thing about Wayne Huizenga, he tried. And he brought a championship to baseball in South Florida. He did put together, he did go ahead and put together the Florida Panthers, who are now owning hockey at this time, And he did try to get the Dolphins back to prominence. The problem with the Dolphins was Dan Marino kind of shut things down for what Huizenga and what Jimmy Johnson and Dave Wannstedt wanted to do. He was not a lousy owner. I'm going to disagree with you on that. He did bring major sports to South Florida. The only thing he didn't bring was the Miami Heat. All right. He's not credited for the Heat, but he is credited for pretty much everything else. If it wasn't for Wayne Huizenga, there would be no Florida Panthers or Miami Marlins. He made his mistakes. Yes, he did do that, but he was well liked. He was well loved, and he did get a championship. So I can't say you're a lousy owner if you win a World Series. I can't say that. You win a World Series, or you win a Stanley Cup, or you win an NBA title or a Super Bowl, or a Super Bowl, which unfortunately Stephen Ross is yet to do. But if you win a championship, sorry, you're not a lousy owner. Look at the Florida Panthers. The Florida Panthers had gun show ownership for many years. And then the Violas go ahead and buy the team. They go ahead and decide they want to win. They get Bill Zito, who is the best general manager on earth right now, okay? And since Bill Zito has been the GM of the Panthers, five playoff appearances, 1 President's Trophy, 3 Stanley Cup runs, and 2 championships. I can't see anything for his rationale for tearing the team down. I think was money. It was money because in '97 the Marlins payroll was pretty high. It was about money, yes, but for one, and I understand I'm saying what you say, and I understand what you say, Davo9, but for 1 year in 1997. That was one of the best World Series you'll ever see, that 97 series when the Indians and the Marlins. And that was a heck of a team. And that is still my favorite Marlins team. Although the Marlins would win the World Series in 03, okay, I feel the 97 Marlins would beat the 03 Marlins in a best of 7. I felt the 97 Marlins team was better, and that's my favorite Marlins team. I'm just going to disagree with you, Davo9. He was not a lousy owner. I really cannot say that about Wayne Huizenga, and may he rest in peace. If it wasn't for him, we don't have the Marlins or the Panthers down here. We go to the bottom of the third. Reds lead 3-0. As I will conclude my rant. Here's Barry Larkin. Larkin got a bomb his first time up. Daal will pitch. Daal, 2-6. Strikeout, no. Larkin, 5-4, and he grounds at the third. That'll be handled by Williams. And Williams tosses it over for out number 1. Next up is Boone. Boone is 0-for-1, who a lot of Yankee fans wish he was fired. Daal, 6-5, range play. Boone, 1-4, fly ball center field. That's a range play for Steve Finley. His range is a 4. He's got it. 2 down. Nice play by Finley to take a possible hit away from Boone. Next up is Johnson. Johnson got a single his first time up. Really not a rant. I'm not going to, I shouldn't have used the word rant. Rant was not the right word. Let's just say my opinion. Daal with the pitch. 4, I'm not ID Jester. 4-5, wild pitch. It's a blank. Johnson, 6-6, base hit right past third. Johnson gets his second hit of the ball game. Second hitter for him. It'll bring up Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. He's 0-for-1. 2 outs. Johnson really not a threat to do anything, and he won't. Daal, 6-6. Error on a throw. Reese, 4-1. And that is going to be a fly to left. There won't be a throwing error. That's going to be a catch by Luis Gonzalez. And that will end the inning. No runs and a hit for the Reds. 3-0 after 3. Let's see. Brian B. didn't answer. Robert is the bullpen. Reyes, Sullivan, Williamson, White, and Graves. Bullpen is, for your information, Williamson, Graves, Reyes, Sullivan, White. Paris I put in the bullpen. Nagel is in the bullpen. And there are 2 starters I put upside down who are not to be used unless the whole bullpen is used. So that's your bullpen there. Where are we? Top of the 4th? We go to the 4th, 3-0 Reds. Luis Gonzalez leads off for Zona, and he's 0-for-1. Reds off to a 3-0 lead here. Need a win here. Bere, 5-4, range play. Gonzalez, 4-5, and that's a fly to left field, and that's going to Greg Vaughn. Vaughn wasn't too bad. His range is a 4, and he's got it. 1 out. Nice play by Vaughn, flashing the leather out there. Here's Williams. Williams is 0-for-1. Bere will pitch. Bere, 3-2. That's a blank. Williams, 5-5. That's a fly to left as well. And again, Vaughn's going to get to it. And that is out number 2. 2 men down, and here comes Stinnett. Stinnett is 0-for-1 is 0-for-0 with a walk. Bere will pitch. Bere, 5-5 against the righty. That's a walk plus. That'll walk Stinnett. Stinnett will trot to first. Second time he's walked in this game. And here's Finley. Finley 0 for 1. Stinnett really not a threat to do anything. He won't. Pitch from Bere. 1-5. Possible error. Finley. 1-1. And that's going to be a line drive right to second. That's going to be gloved, and that's going to end the inning. So nothing across except a walk, and we go to the bottom of the fourth. Now, Marge shot. I know Brian B will know a lot more about Marge shot being an owner up there. Now, in her case, yeah, they did win a World Series with Marge Schott as the owner, but I heard she was a horrible human being. Now, like I said, that's why Wayne Huizinga he was not a lousy owner, and he was a great human being. But I don't know, Brian B would know more about Marge Schott than I would because he's a Reds fan. So your eyes are really, Marge was thank you very much. So Brian B, he will confirm what I've been told. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Reds lead 3-0. Jason Bere leads off for the Natty. He got a single his first time up. Bere can pitch to 21 batters, so he can pitch to 19, 20 here. And Daal can pitch to 28. Daal will deal. Daal, 4-2, strikeout, got him. And that's going to be a K for Daal. That is his second. Second strikeout for Bere. For Daal, I should say. Here's Cameron. Cameron 1 for 2, singled and reached on an error. Daal will pitch. Daal, 6-2, strikeout, no. Cameron, 3-1, and that's powered into left field. That's a 19. It's going to stay up there easily. Long way for Gonzalez to get it. He'll get there, and that's out number 2. The wind blows that back in. And now Hammonds. Hammonds 1 for 2 with a single. I knew that was Chuck. It was either Steve or Chuck Finley. I wasn't 100% sure which one it was. Who was with Tawny Kaitain. May she rest in peace. Beautiful, beautiful woman. Absolutely beautiful woman. But she had such issues. Beautiful woman. She also dated the lead singer of Whitesnake too. That also was truth. Daal will pitch. Daal, 3-4. That's a blank. Hammonds, 4-5. And that's a fly to right. And it'll be an easy play for DeLucci. Nice job by Omar Daal. 1, 2, 3, go the Reds. 3-0 after 4. Yes, David Coverdale. That is correct. And yes, Whitesnake was an awesome group, and Is This Love is my favorite song from him. I'm pretty sure nobody have a problem if I say Whitesnake was awesome. Top of the fifth. And let's see. Leading off for, let's see. Who leads off? Finley, actually. Or was it Stinnett? No, is it Stinnett? Did I mess up here? No, Stinnett's supposed to lead off. Kelly Stinnett leads off. He is 0 for 1 for the Diamondbacks here. 3-0 Reds, now top of the fifth. Hate it when I sweat when I do this. 3-0 Reds. Bere will deal. And 4-4. That's a walk, and that's ball 4. He will walk Stinnett. He'll trot to first. And that is the third walk given up by Bere. And that'll bring up Fox. Fox got a single his first time up. Infield double play depth. Stinnett, strategy roll, and he will stay there. Bere, 6-2, strikeout, no. Fox, a 3-5, and it's a base hit for Andy Fox. That's a single pass first, and Stinnett is going to stay at second base. He's mud. So Stinnett stays. Now the Diamondbacks got something going on. And now the batter is Daal. Daal got a bunt his last time up. Corners are in expecting a bunt. And they're going to call for the bunt. Although Dahl's not a bad hitter. Not a bad hitter. I wonder if you bunt here? Yeah, I think you bunt. They're going to go ahead and bunt him over. Bere will pitch. Bere, 2-2, strikeout 11. That's going to be high. Daal will go ahead and lay down the bunt, and that is bunted to the pitcher. Daal's bunt rating, the pitcher is considered in. His bunt rating is a 3, and it will be a 17, and it is going to be lead runner thrown out, hitter safe at first. Bunted right to Bere, not a good bunt. He throws to third to get Stinnett. Fox and Daal will move on to first, and that's out number 1. Not a good bunt at all. So 1 out on a fielder's choice. It'll now bring up Womack. Real ding. Yeah, my Mets, like I said, will it's okay. It's okay. Infield now with double play depth. Runners at first and second here. Strategy roll for this, nothing happening. Bere, 6-6 against the lefty. It's a blank. Womack, 2-5. Base hit right past short. And let's see, Andy Fox, that's good. He's got base running rating of 5. That's going to be good enough. He's going to come around. He will score. Daal will hold it second. Womack at first, and the Diamondbacks are on the board. It's 3-1. RBI single by Womack. And now here's DeLucci as the Diamondbacks are now on the board. Anything can happen here. An inside pitch. Yep, there's always next decade. Runners at first and second. 1 out here. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 5. Bere will pitch. Bere, 3-6. Home run chance against the lefty. The 5 is too high. DeLucci, a 1-4, but he hits a base hit past first, and that will be a single, and Daal will hold. Daal will not score, and now the bases are loaded for the Diamondbacks. Single for DeLucci, and here comes Luis Gonzalez. Gonzalez is 0 for 2. And Brian B says he wants to go with Sullivan now. Are you sure? Okay, we'll go with Sullivan. So Brian B says Sullivan. That's going to be it for Bere, as the Reds are going to go to the bullpen now. And let's see. He says Sullivan. Let's see if I have him here. I think so. Yep, here he goes. So coming on to pitch for the Reds is going to be Scott Sullivan. 5 wins, 4 losses, 3 saves, a 3.01 ERA. Right now, Bere is leading with the W, at least for now. Bases are loaded for Luis Gonzalez. 1 out. And they're going to play the infield. Brian B, infield for double play depth or in. I think he'll try to turn the 2 here. What does Brian B want to do? Infield in or double play? I'm calling double play. That's what I think, but try to turn the out. And says for 2. Okay, so Reds lead 3-1. Sullivan's going to pitch. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 18. Sullivan can pitch to 6 batters. So Sullivan will deal. Sullivan, 1-4. Strikeout. No. Gonzalez, 2-5. And it's a fly ball to left field. That's going to be caught by Vaughn. And that's out number 2. Gonzalez sacrifice fly of 1. Hit the left +1 is a 2. It will not bring in Daal that way. Daal's base running rating is a 1. Left fielder Vaughn, a -1 arm. Daal cannot come in. 2 outs. It cannot get the run. 2 down now. Here comes Matt Williams. Williams is 0 for 2. So now bases are still loaded. Scott Sullivan trying to get the Reds out of this jam. Williams will settle in. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 9. Sullivan will pitch. Sullivan, 2-6. Strikeout. No. Williams, 5-5. And it's a fly ball to left field. Once again, getting over there is Vaughn. He will take a step in. He will make the catch, and the inning is over. Diamondbacks only get 1 run on 3 hits and a walk. It's now 3-1 as good managing by Brian B., which usually he is when it comes to his Reds. And we'll go to the bottom of the 5th. Sean Casey leads off for the Natty. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. Daal will pitch. Daal, 3-4. It's a blank. Casey, 3-3. Fly ball to left field. Easy play for Gonzalez. And that's the first out. Vaughn is next. Vaughn is 0 for 2. Pitch from Daal. 3-3. Pitcher result. That 19 is too high. Vaughn, 4-1. He powers one into center field. That's a 17. It's going to stay up there, though. Steve Finley will have plenty of room to get it. That's out number 2. Looks like the wind grabbed a hold of it, prevented it from going anywhere. 2 outs. And now Larkin. Larkin got a bomb his first time up. He's 1 for 2. Daal, he will pitch. Daal, 5-2. Against the righty. Home run result. But the 18 is too high this time. Larkin, 6-4, but he'll base hit past short. Larkin will go ahead and hit one. His second hit of the game, it'll be a single. Here's Boone. Boone is 0 for 2. Larkin had 30 steals that year. He does not get one here. Daal will deal. Daal, 4-5. Wild pitch. No, it's a blank. Boone, 1-5, and it's a fly to left. And Gonzalez will get to that one as well, and that'll end the inning. No runs and a hit for the Reds. 3-1 after 5. A good ball game here at Cinergy Field as we now go to the top of the 6th. Sullivan back on the mound, and it's Travis Lee leading off for the Diamondbacks. He's walked twice. Sullivan will go ahead and pitch. Sullivan, 3-6, range play. Lee, 4-1. That's a fly to right field. A chance for Jeffrey Hammonds. It wasn't too bad. Range is a 4. That's a 5. That's going to drop in, and that's going to be over his head, and that's going to roll all the way to the wall. Lee's going to have a leadoff double. Lee gets a double, his first hit of the game. It'll now bring up Finley, as now the Diamondbacks trying to do something here. Finley is 0 for 2. Infield is back, 3-1 Reds. Strategy for Lee, he stays put. Sullivan, 1-4, strikeout, got him. Big K for Sullivan. He had 78 of them in 99. Next up is Stinnett. Stinnett walked his last time up. He's 0 for 1. Sullivan will set in. And I should roll a strat first, shouldn't I? Strategy. Nothing on the 15. Lee stays at second. Sullivan, 4-1. Against the righty. It's an automatic. Out. And it's a fly to left. Getting over there is going to be Vaughn. And that is out number 2. Lee, base runner 4, hit to left -2, and Vaughn's a -1. A 1, Lee will take third. He stays put. And now Fox. Fox is 2 for 2 with 2 singles. Sullivan, he will be tired after Fox. Lee on at second. Strategy, nothing on the 4. Sullivan, 4-1 against the lefty. It's a blank. Fox, 1-3, and that's grounded to second. That's an easy play for Pokey. And he'll take his time and toss it over and retire the side. A leadoff double by Zona, but they don't get anything out of it. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Brian Johnson leads off for the Redlegs. He is 2 for 2 with 2 singles. Bottom of the 6th inning here. Daal will deal. Daal, 3-6. That's at the park. Cinergy Field, 1-5. That's a home run to the pull side against the lefty. Johnson needs a 9. The 15 is too high. And that is going to be nothing. That's going to be a deep fly ball to left field. And that's going to be at the wall for Gonzalez, but he will make the catch. And that is out number 1. Here's Reese. Reese is 0 for 2. Daal will set it in there. And 6-4. Strikeout. Got him. He'll go ahead and get Reese. That is strikeout number 3 for Omar. And now we'll see a pinch hitter for Scott Sullivan as the Reds will go to the bench. And we'll see who the Reds want to bring in. And they're going to go with... Coming on to bat for the Reds is going to be Dimitri Young. 300 average, 14 homers, 56 RBIs. Young will pinch hit for the pitcher here. We will see a new pitcher, so Brian B. has to choose a new pitcher, and he says Lewis. Daal will pitch. Daal, 5-6, strikeout, no. Young, 6-4, and it's popped up to first. Easy play for Lee. That's going to be in fair territory, and he will get it and retire the side. 1-2-3, go the Reds. 3-1 after 6. Top of the 7th. Coming on to pitch is going to be, get him here. Said Lewis was your pinch hitter. Oh, okay. Okay, I understand. Sorry, I didn't know you wanted Lewis, but we'll get him next time. Who's your pitcher? Who's going to be your pitcher there, Brian B? Who's going to be your pitcher? The Red bullpen is not horrible. The Red bullpen is not terrible. The Red bullpen doesn't stink. He says Graves. Coming on to pitch for the Reds is going to be Danny Graves. 8 wins, 7 losses, 27 saves. A 3.08 ERA in 99. So Graves will pitch. He can pitch to 6. And we're going to see a new batter as Omar Daal is coming out of the game. He was to lead off. They're going to go with a new batter themselves. So let's see who the Diamondbacks want to bring on to bat. And they're going to go with, let's see. He's a righty, so we need a lefty there. So it's going to be Hanley Frias. Coming on to pinch hit for the Diamondbacks is going to be Hanley Frias. 273 average, a homer, 16 RBIs. He'll pinch hit against Graves. Top of the 7th, 3-1 Reds. Graves, 4-6, strikeout, 11, no. Frias, 1-3, and it's a base hit. Frias gets one, hits one past first. And the Diamondbacks have the leadoff man on. Here comes Womack. Womack 1 for 3 with a single. Infield double play. Frias had 4 steals. He's not going. Graves, 2-2. Hit by pitch. Wow, that just missed. Womack is a 2, but -3 makes him a -1. Womack, 3-2, and it's a grounder right back to Graves. That's a grounder right back to him. So 1-1 because it's hit to the pitcher. And let's see, he's the lefty, so shortstop will be the pivot man, and that's Larkin, a 0. The only way they turn a double play is on a 1. No. Frias is going to make second base. Graves had no chance to get him. He'll take the sure out at first, 1 down. So Frias moves over. He'll take the sure out as Frias had too much speed. And now DeLucci is up. DeLucci 1 for 3. Infield is now back. 3-1 Reds. Strategy for Frias. That's a 1, and he will stay where he is. He does get the steal sign, says no, let DeLucci hit with a 3.94 ERA. Batting average, I should say. Graves, 5-5, strikeout, 6, got him. Big strikeout there for Graves. 2 down. Graves had 69 of them that year. And now Gonzalez. Gonzalez is 0 for 3. Fria's on at second, 2 outs. And nothing happening. Graves, 2-1. That's a blank. Gonzalez, 3-1. And it's a ground ball to second base. That'll get picked up by Pokey. He'll take his time, toss it over, and end the inning. No runs and a hit for the Diamondbacks. And it stays 3-1 here at Cinergy Field. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Don't forget, you got 10-minute ticker coming up after tonight's game. Tomorrow night will be May 7th. We're going to go to Comiskey Park for our first game there. And it will be the Oakland Athletics taking on the Chicago White Sox. Tom Candiotti will be pitching for the Athletics. And Jim Parquet will be pitching for the White Sox. So we take a first look at the Chi Sox and the A's in the American League at Comiskey Park. That'll be tomorrow night. The Athletics and the White Sox here on the network. Bottom of the 7th, 3-1 Reds. Mike Cameron leading off for the Reds. And he is 1 for 3. Singleton reached on an error. Diamondbacks need a pitcher, and they're going to go with... Coming on to pitch for the Diamondbacks is going to be Darren Holmes. 4 wins, 3 losses, a 3.70 ERA in 99. So Darren Holmes will come on to pitch for the D-backs. So Mike Cameron will lead off the bottom of the 7th. 3-1 Reds here. Reds playing pretty well. Holmes, 3-3 range play at the park. Cinergy Field, 5-5. That's a home run to the opposite field against a righty. Cameron needs an 8. The 14 is too high. Now that's a range play to the right fielder, Dave DeLucci. His range is a 3. He's got it at the wall. 1 out. What a play by DeLucci. He doesn't make that play. It's an automatic double. Wow, what a hit there by Cameron, but DeLucci right at the wall, 1 down. Here's Hammonds. Hammonds 1 for 3 with a single. Holmes will pitch. Darren Sherlock Holmes. 1-4 against the righty. It's a blank. Hammonds, 1-2. Fly to center field. Easy play for Finley. And he will make the play. 2 down. 2 outs now. Here's Casey at the bat. No joy. We'll see if there's any joy in Mudville. He's 0 for 2. Sherlock Holmes will pitch. Sherlock, 5-4, strikeout. That is high. Casey, a 6-5, and it's a base hit to center field. There is joy in Mudville. Casey gets a single to keep the inning going. That's his first hit. And here comes Vaughn. Vaughn is 0 for 3. Casey, strategy rolls are still on. Casey really not a threat to do anything, and he won't. Holmes will pitch. Holmes, 3-5 against the righty. It's a blank. Vaughn, 2-2, and it's grounded to short. Picked up easily by Fox. He's going to throw to second to get Casey, and that will do it. No runs and a hit for the Reds. Good ball game, 3-1 after 7. Michael Peterson now joins us here at Cinergy Field. We go to the top of the 8th. Graves can pitch to 2 more batters before he tires, so I'm sure Brian B. wants to keep him in there a little while longer. Matt Williams leads off for the Snakes. He's 0 for 3. 3-1 Reds. Good ball game here. 6-4 was the historical score here. Graves will pitch. Graves, 3-6, strikeout. That just missed. Williams, 4-3, and it's a fly to center field. An easy play for Cameron, and that's the first out. Lee is next. Lee is 1 for 1, single and walked twice. Graves, a 4-5, and against the lefty, that is an automatic out. And that will be that'll be a grounder to first. Taken care of there by Casey. Takes it to the bag himself, 2 down. Graves is tired. They say you go out and continue to pitch. Finley is next. Finley is 0 for 3. 2 men down. Graves is now tired, but he'll pitch to Finley. Graves, 3-2. Wild pitch, it's a blank. Finley, 3-2, and it's a grounder to first base. Casey will take that as well. He will take it to the bag, and the inning is over. Nice job by Danny Graves in relief. We go to the bottom of the 8th, still 3-1 in favor of the Reds. Barry Larkin leads off for the Reds. Holmes is going to stay out there. Bottom of the 8th inning, 3-1. Good ball game. Holmes will go ahead and pitch. Holmes, 3-4, strikeout, and got him. Larkin didn't strike out much, but he will strike out there. Holmes at 35 Ks in 99. 1 away. Here's Daniel Boone. Boone is 0 for 3. Holmes settles in, and he'll pitch to Aaron. Holmes, 4-6, strikeout 6, swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 down. 2 men down. Holmes is tired, but that was a good K. And now here's Johnson. Johnson is 2 for 3, 2 singles. Darren Holmes is tired, but he says, I can do it, coach. 3-1, favor of the Reds. Holmes will pitch. You say Taubman see the hit for Johnson. Well, lucky I caught it. So Johnson coming out, and Ed Taubensee will come on to pinch hit and take over at catcher. So Taubensee now the new catcher. And he is a 2-1-8 plus 2. So Eddie Taubensee will pinch hit. So Taubensee will pinch hit, 2 outs against Holmes. Holmes says I can do it. I don't know why you take out a guy that's actually 2 for 3, but okay. Eddie Taubensee, though, 311 average, 21 bombs, 87 RBIs. He was the main catcher for the Reds. Johnson just got the start today. Holmes will pitch. Holmes, 6-4, strikeout. That will miss. Taubensee, 3-3, and it's a base hit past short. As usual, Brian B. knows his Reds. And that's a single for Taubensee. And here comes Reese. Reese is 0 for 3, though, and he's going to bat. He had 585 at bats. I'm not taking him out. Taubensee will go ahead, stay at first base. Strategy rolls are still on. Holmes, and nothing on the 11. Taubensee stays at first. Holmes will pitch. Holmes, 1-2, hit by pitch. Plunk, ouch, and that's it there. And now runners at first and second. And that'll be it for Holmes. So a hit batter. And now we'll see a pinch hitter for Danny Graves. And he says Sweeney. So coming on to bat for the Reds will be Mark Sweeney. .355 average, 2 homers, 7 RBIs. I will usually allow this because it is the bottom of the 8th inning. This is where I usually allow the home team to bring in a player. But we will see a new pitcher for the Diamondbacks as Holmes is coming out. So let's see who the Diamondbacks want to bring on to pitch. And it is going to be Greg Swindell. 4 wins, no losses, a save, a 2.51 ERA. Greg Swindell. Boy, that name rings a few bells. Swindell will come on. He'll pitch to Sweeney. 2 outs here. Bottom of the 8th, 3-1, a chance for the Reds to get some insurance. Greg Swindell looking in at Sweeney. Strategy roll. And nothing happening. Swindell will pitch to Sweeney. Swindell, 3-2, strikeout, no. Sweeney, 3-2, he powers one into center field. That's a 13. That's going to be way too high. Going back for it is Finley. He's going to be near the track. He's going to get it, and the inning is over. No runs and a hit for the Reds and a hit by pitch. But that does retire the side. 3-1 after 8. But will we see some 9th inning magic? Scott Williamson coming in for the Reds. 12 wins, 7 losses, 19 saves, a 2.41 ERA. He's going for the save here. And leading off for the Diamondbacks is Kelly Stinnett. We may see a pinch hitter for him. He's the catcher. And we are going to see a pinch hitter for him. So Kelly Stinnett coming out of the game and coming on to pinch hit and take over at catcher will be Damian Miller. 270 average, 11 homers, 47 RBIs. So Stinnett out, Miller is in at catcher. And pretty much the same catcher, except he actually has a better arm. So Scott Williamson against Damian Miller. As we now go to the top of the 9th, 3-1. About a week, Sweeney will be in the minors till September. Oh, okay. So 3-1 Reds. Diamondbacks trying to maybe come back. Scott Williamson on the mound for the Natty. Williamson will pitch. 1-5. Walk plus ball 4. He walked him. Williamson walks Miller. The tying run coming to the plate in Andy Fox. And we're going to see a pinch hitter for him as well, even though Andy Fox is doing well. But we're going to see or will we? No, you know what? I'm going to let him bat. Fox is going to bat. Fox will stay out there. He is 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Infield is set for double play. Strategy rolls are off. Williamson will pitch to Fox. Philip Reynolds joins us here at Cinergy Field. Williamson will pitch. 1-1. Strikeout plus swing and a miss. Struck him out. 1 away. Big strikeout for Williamson. He had 107 of them that year. And now we'll see a pinch hitter for Swindell. Swindell will come out. And coming on to pinch hit for the Diamondbacks will be... They're going to go with Jay Bell. 289 average, 38 bombs, 112 RBIs. Jay Bell, the real starting second baseman for Arizona. But Womack actually got the start today. So Miller on it first. Jay Bell with a good swing will go ahead and could send this easily into extras. 3-1 Reds, top of the 9th. Williamson will deal with Bell. And Williamson... pitch to 6 or more here, right here. So Williamson will pitch. Williamson, 6-1, error on a grounder. Bell, 1-4. Nope, that's going to be a fly ball to left field. And that's going to be Vaughn getting to that. And that's out number 2. So Bell hits a deep fly ball. And now here's the last chance for the Diamondbacks is Tony Womack. Womack is 1 for 4 with a single. Fans here at Cinergy Field hoping for a big hit. Miller on at first, 2 outs, top of the ninth. 3-1 Reds. Scott Williamson gets the sign, and now he will deal. Williamson, 2-5, strikeout 13. That's going to be high. Womack, 1-6, and it's a fly ball to right field. Getting over there is Jeffrey Hammonds. He will take a couple of steps backward, puts out his glove. Blop, and the ball falls into it. That's your game. The Reds will go ahead and get the win over the Diamondbacks tonight, 3-1. Stadium cheers. Yay! Nothing across except a walk. A big win for the Reds. And they will take this one here. A good victory for the Reds. Great managing by Brian B. as usual. And the Reds will get a nice win here at Cinergy Field. Final line score coming up. For the Reds, 3 runs, 9 hits, no errors. For the Diamondbacks, 1 run, 6 hits, and 1 error. The winning pitcher is Jason Bere. He'll get the win. Omar Daal is going to take a tough loss. Sullivan and Graves did not allow any runs, so they will get a hold each. And Scott Williamson does pick up the save. So a nice win definitely for the Reds. They will go to now 10-15 on the season, and the Diamondbacks now drop to 15-13. We're not done. 10-minute ticker is next. As usual, Brian B. does a heck of a job managing his Reds, no matter what season the Reds are doing. World's worst gamer joins us here, late but still here. You have to get this 99 season. You should. You know me, I have every season for Inside Pitch. And Chris is working on 2003 and 2006. We should see those seasons by the end of the year. By the end of the baseball season, he says. Possibly. It is now time for the 10-minute ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball. So the Reds will get a victory over the Diamondbacks here, 3-1. Let's go ahead. What do I do all those seasons I don't play? They're in storage. They're in storage, Davo9. So whenever we're ready for the next season, all I got to do is go to storage, get that season, print out the fringe players, and I'm ready to go. May the 4th be with you. White Sox in Baltimore. White Sox, 864. That is 8. Orioles, 835. That's 4. Chi-Sox will win it. Angels and the Tigers. Angels, 623 and 2 runs. Tigers, 614, 1 run. Wow. Detroit not having a good 99 start. Yankees at Minnesota. Yankees, 1564. That is 10. Twins, 341. And that's 3. Another win for the Bronx Bombers. Kansas City at Tampa Bay. Royals, 10-11. That is 1. Diamondbacks, 866. That is 10. Believe it or not, the Diamondbacks are 3 games above 500. Oakland at Toronto. Athletics, 9-15. And that is 2. Blue Jays, 11-12, and that's 1, a win for the Athletics. Redbirds at the Braves. Cardinals, 665, that is 8. Braves, 1542, and that's 6, a win for the Redbirds. Rockies and the Cubs. Rockies, 1454, that's 8. Cubs, 1543, that's 7. It's a win for the Rockies. Brewers and the Marlins. Brewers 13-42, and that's 6. Marlins 15-21, that's 4. Win for the Brew Crew. Dodgers and the Expos. Dodgers 10-51 and 6. Expos 5-25, 3. Win for the Dodgers. Astros and the Mets. Can my Mets get a win? It would help if I just stop dropping dice. Can my Mets get a win? Astros 733, and that is 4. Mets 414, and that is 1. Nope, can't win there. Padres and the Phillies. Padres 866, that's 10. Phillies 936, and that's 5. Phillies are not good. Giants and the Pirates. Giants 13-16, 3 runs. Pirates 756, that is 6 runs. Raise the Jolly Roger. May 5th, White Sox at Baltimore. White Sox 764, and that is 8. Orioles 15-12, and that's 2. Another win for the Chi Sox. Rangers and the Red Sox. Rangers 1056, that's 7. Red Sox 855, that's 6. Win for the Rangers. Mariners and the Indians. Mariners 956, that is 7. Indians 23-25, not enough. That's only going to be 6. The M's will win it. Anaheim at Detroit. Anaheim 822, that's 3. Tigers 933, that is 4. Tigers finally get off the schneid. Yankees in Minnesota. Yankees 1564, that is 10. Twins 323, and that is 2. Another win for the Yanks. Kansas City at Tampa Bay. Royals 1056, and that's 7. Devil Rays 1363, and that is 9. Devil Rays are playing pretty well. Oakland at Toronto. Oakland 1466, that's 12. Blue Jays 1035, and that's 5. A win for the A's. Cardinals and the Braves. Cardinals 354, that is 5. Atlanta 921, that's 3. That's a win for the Redbirds. Rockies and the Cubs. Rockies 1531 and 5 runs. Cubs 1014, that's 2 runs. A win for the Rockies. Diamondbacks and the Reds. Diamondbacks 1161, that is 8. Reds 213, that is 0. And the D-backs will get the win. Brewers and the Marlins. Brewers 1322, 4 runs. Fish 853, 6 runs. A win for the Fish. Dodgers and the Expos. Dodgers 1016, 3 runs. Expos 1145, 6 runs. A win for the Spos. Astros and the Mets. Can my Mets get a win? Astros 1041, and that is 5. Mets 1124, and that is 4. The Braves lose twice, and the Mets cannot get any closer. Padres and the Phillies. Padres 8-12, 1. Phillies 22-24, and that is 6. A win for the Fighting Phils. Giants and the Bucks. Giants 1334, and that's 5. Pirates 965, that's 9. Raise the Jolly Roger. May 6th, White Sox at Baltimore. White Sox 811, that's 0. Orioles 1026, and that is 4. Win for the O's. Texas at Boston. Rangers 616, that's 2. Red Sox 825, that is 3. It's a win for Boston. Seattle at Cleveland. Mariners 831, and that is 4. Indians 1242, that's 6. A win for the Tribe. Anaheim at Detroit. Angels 732, that is 4. Tigers 644, that's 5. Win for the Cats. Yankees at the Twins. Yankees 722, 2 runs. Twins 0-26, 2 runs. They're going to extras. Both teams roll a 3. Yankees is a -1. Minnesota's a 0. That will be a win for the Twins. Kansas City at Tampa Bay. Royals 11-14. That is 2. Devil Rays 18-25. And that is 5. Here come the Devil Rays. Oakland at Toronto. Oakland 11-12. And that is 1. Blue Jays 11-32, and that's 4. And that's a win for the Jays. Pirates and the Cardinals. Pirates 11-33 and 5 runs. Cardinals 6-24, and that's 3 runs. That's a win for the Pirates. That is your 10-minute ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. Tomorrow will be May 7th. We will be at Comiskey Park. New Comiskey Park, actually, as the Oakland Athletics take on the Chicago White Sox. Tom Candiotti will be going for the Athletics. Jim Parquet going for the White Sox. Good matchup at Comiskey Park. Then back in the American League, Oakland at the White Sox tomorrow night. Be there or be square. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out the turnstiles. Subscribe if you've not done so. Make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong, and we'll see you guys tomorrow night. The Reds get the job done. This game belongs to the Reds. They beat Arizona tonight 3-1 in a good matchup. We'll see you guys tomorrow night.